Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. J-Indy Mr. J-Indy Intellect. Feel free to hit that like button or the dislike button, that's fine. Please leave comments. Chop it up with me. Hit the subscribe button so I can, get these videos out there to reach more people. More more like-minded people, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, you can drop a donation to $J-Indiana-Jones, Cash App. That's J-I-N-D-Y-A-N-A-J-O-N-E-S. So to the video, X-Men powers, right? And it's so funny, like, everybody, I've been hearing a lot of people, even on my comments, I done talked to a few people, shout out to y'all, on the subject about X-Men powers. Now, I don't know if everybody know where this even came from, but Martin Kinney. If you ain't never looked up Martin Kinney work, and then I was just watching Martin Kinney video yesterday, and he telling us to research Walter Russell and Nikola Tesla. That's what he telling y'all to research right now. You know what I'm saying? He got a good video. He said he about to drop on Christmas. I'ma check that out. But Martin Kinney was the first and only person I ever heard to use the term X-Men powers. I heard other people speak of some sort of powers, but when it referred to X-Men, that had to come from Martin Kinney. So y'all gotta, if y'all haven't been, like, are any of y'all even flat earthers, right? You see what I'm saying? Do you even believe of anything being flat in general? Because Martin Kinney came out with the cosmic egg, and he said he about to change it up a little bit because he had some things wrong. Like the other day, he was saying the earth is flat and a globe at the same time, which is obvious, as the dome, the firmament. But we on a flat surface. You walk on a flat surface. That's obvious. It's just, the Copernicus, when Nicholas Copernicus came in with his whole theory, that's where the whole globe took effect. Before then, it was mostly truth, and it was flat, based on its own cosmology or whatever, but it wasn't no ball. You wouldn't be able to dig a hole in the ground in America, jump down that hole and pop out of the ground in China. That's not going to happen ever. It would never happen that way, So anyway, back to the X-Men power. So we just hit our conjunction. It was beautiful. I felt it. I seen it. I felt it as it was arriving. I seen it as it was arriving. You can see the planets getting closer and closer every night. If you pay attention, if you stargaze, if you pay attention to the sky. The sky is our calendar. So if you don't pay attention to the sky, if you want to get more in tune with what's going on, you should pay attention to the sky. Which means you have to, if you are a biblical religious person, you have to drop some of that shield that y'all got up, some of that armor. Jesus said, wear your protection, that armor. Yeah, that armor. You're going to have to drop some of that armor and accept things that you read maybe in the Old Testament that they say stay away from. Or in the New Testament, they say stay away from. Like witches and demons and magic and angels and, you know what I'm saying? Astrology. Now, Jesus did not ban astrology. He said those astrologers. He was speaking specifically about certain astrologers / magi / people or entities that were using the information against humanity. That's what he was speaking of. He didn't say don't learn the practices. Hell, if you don't learn the practices, you really a sheep, right? You don't know nothing. So try to get more into stuff like astrology or something like that, numerology, occult work, magic, chakras, minerals, health, science in general. All of them is sciences of what you would call God, right? And all of those scientists in one would be God. And all of those sciences are within us, and we can also use them, you know. So back to the X-Men. People are thinking they gonna just get some powers. It don't happen like that. And it's still a process. So what yesterday was, which made plenty of sense, which I understand, it's a calendar. Like every time it's a major date that somebody says something on, that is a major date for another cycle to start. It's a cycle on top of cycles. That's what cycles are, right? Have a big cycle. That big cycle go to the medium cycle. The medium cycle go to the small cycle. Stuff like that. So what yesterday would have been, say if we had a great mother, right? And say our great mother was pregnant. Well, let's just say the water broke yesterday. Shout out to Martin Kinney again, right? I love that. It was fantastic when he brought that about. The water breaking. And he got another date in mind. And I'm just going to leave that out this video. But the water breaking is perfect sense according to the signs in the sky. So when you want to talk about X-Men power, just put it like this. If the water broke, let's just put it like this. Once the child is born, right, the energy is born. And once the energy is born, it has to grow. It has to grow up, right? It has to mature. It has to go from child, you know, a baby to a toddler, child, teenager, adult, or preteen, then teen, and then adult, young adult. And then you get a grandparent, right? So that energy is here. It is coming. And I won't say 144,000 worth, but you have to align yourself. Like I said, if you're not even looking at the stars and learning how the sky is speaking to us and telling us things, and if you ain't researching history, which we refer to as her story, because it's the story that they don't speak about, right? But still, history still, and then history repeats itself, right? His story repeats itself. Her story is the truth. So you can follow his story, or you can listen to her story. So by researching his story, you should understand how it repeats itself. And you should understand her story to learn how to move through his story, right? So his story, we can talk about all the ancient root races and sub-races, right? And I always bring this up. I don't really go into deep details about them all, but I'm going to bring up the names once again. The Hyperborean race, the Lemurian race, the Polarian race, the Aryan race, the Atlantean race. These is like root races, which all have a bunch of sub-races within them. I think one of my phones is going off. Wife calling. She probably called the other phone. Anywho, I was just speaking about just different races, like, and I'm not saying what Asian and African, and you see what I'm saying? If anything, those are sub races. How we talk about it like they the main thing, no. We all, that's why they say everybody come. Everybody is one, basically. That's how they say it. We all are basically one. She calling my other phone, and it's in my headphones. And I hung up. She gonna get me. I need to get home. She messed up my video. Anywho, X-Men powers. You won't just receive, let me just get to the basics. You ain't about to get no dang on X-Men powers. That's just not happening right now. And it's definitely not happening if you the same type of person to say that, oh, that stuff don't exist. You would never get them neither, you know? I know it's not the time for them, and I know it's like training. You got to train. Like, to be a Jedi, you just wasn't a Jedi, right? But they knew the Force was within you. You see what I'm saying? So number one, if you know the forces within you, then you know you got to go. I mean, Jesus himself, right? They said he went to school, ain't it? Then he go to the mystery schools. That's why they still have mystery schools to this day, right? Masonic, right? Occult, right? These mystery schools, he had to go learn. And he ain't the only one. If you go back in, like we say, history, and if you really look at a lot of greats, Sir Isaac Newton and all of them, they all was Masonics. They all was Masons, right? All these type of people. Tesla, Da Vinci, you know, Shakespeare, Aristotle, all these so-called greats. Pay attention to what they were learning and what they were studying. But they all were about their health. I know that much. Health is a huge thing just to get your body in tune. Like your body, it's all about the mind, the body, and the soul, right? And then it's you. That's the 4 out of the 3. That's 7. 7 days of the week, 7 planets, right? 7 doors. It's all numerology. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, numerology, y'all. It's all sciences. It's all what you would call a code. I don't know. I'm probably trying to think of what my wife got to say. Probably gonna have to make a part 2 to this X-Men, y'all. I'm just trying to let y'all know that you're not about to get no powers right now. But I also letting you know that you will receive powers. So, like, stop thinking you about to be Cyclops and Wolverine and stuff like that, bro. You want them type of powers, go get that vaccination. Go get the COVID vaccination if you want those type of powers. You want to turn the beast? You want to turn the beast boy? You want to do that? Go get the COVID shot then. That's if you want to do that. I don't want to mutate. You feel me? I ain't trying to mutate. If I was an X-Man, I got to be like Professor X. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all tripping. Y'all thinking lower. See, y'all trying to be the mutants. Y'all not trying to be the ones who control the mutants. The power is making you the one who control the mutants. Like, it's putting you above. Like, even with X-Men, just say the Marvel universe. Like how in the future, when the movies and everything come back and all that, everything will. It's just integrated. It's a change. The monetary system is changing digital. You got certain businesses shutting down so they can open up safer, right? It's a new world. Everything is changing. I mean, a world of Aquarius. We're in Aquarius, so advancement and technology and science and health, everything is advancing. So we will be upgraded. Everything's upgraded. But the people who understand this is still trying to keep their sheep and herd, right? They're still trying to keep the sheep and herd. They don't want the flock to start scattering and going elsewhere. They got to keep them. So they're going to entice people. They're going to utilize them. Everybody's going to get smarter. Everybody's going to start advancing. So if everybody's advancing, how can we keep them under us so they don't advance further out and don't need us anymore, right? So that's all that they're working on. So, I mean, everything's going to be COVID-proof. Hospitals, your job, they're going to make more safety protocols. They saying this 6 feet distance is going to go on for about an extra year or two. And mask about a year or 2 probably. They're saying with the vaccination they need a good 70-75% of the United States vaccinated. That's millions and millions and millions on top of millions of people that they want to get vaccinated. They trying to get 75% of the herd. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, so 25% of y'all, you know what I mean? Like, say they mutate and make X-Man out of 75%. Then you got 25% of y'all who have the ability to either be a regular peasant or above the mutants. Which means who is the real X-Men? You see what I'm saying? Now you're talking about G.I. Joe or something like that. We got our G.I. Joe, we got our special troop. But then you look at the Cobra side, they got some special people too. But then they got a whole bunch of army people, you know what I'm saying? Our army people is just the regular people though, humans. They army people, half human, half not, you know what I'm saying? All types of things. Or chip, mind control, like a drone, a Starship Trooper. Now we talking Star Wars. See, I speak more than just X-Men. You gotta talk Star Wars. You gotta talk Dragon Ball Z. I'm trying to be a Super Saiyan. You feel me? I'm trying to be a Goku Vegeta. You know what I mean? I don't want to be Krillin. I don't want to be Tien or Yamcha. You feel me? I don't want to be Chatsu. I don't want to be Master Roshi. Even though Master Roshi pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Master Roshi is pretty straight. You know what I'm saying? But he's not a Goku. He's not a Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? He's not a Frieza. But y'all about to become Majin Boos and Cells and shit like that. Y'all gonna be controlled. Y'all can't control y'allself. Y'all gonna ultimately get smashed. Like, come on, man. You gotta really think about this. You gotta take it further than where y'all taking it. Forget the whole X-Men topic, man. It's bigger than just X-Men. But at the same time, it's bigger than just, oh, I'm about to get some superpowers just because of special date. No, the special date is unlocking other things. It's just letting you know the cycle of life. It repeats itself. And basically, from where we started from superpowers, from the Garden of Eden, from Superman, from heaven, where we started from, giants, dinosaurs, right? Now you look at us, little bitty dogs, turtles, iguanas, and chameleons. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no dinosaur. You got Shaq and Yao Ming and Taco Fall. Y'all ain't no damn real giants. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, people. It's bigger than that. Or we got what we call midgets, but they not gnomes. You feel me? They not fairies. They not pygmies. They not that damn small. So, where we at right now, and then look, I mean, we driving cars, and our trees is half dead, and we cut down half of them, use them to write on words that's not even real words, because it's just a language used to translate for everyone in the way they want to translate, to manipulate words from the actual meanings. Basically using magic. They using magic. Alright, y'all don't get it, man. They're using magic against y'all with the words. That's where etymology comes through. So now you can study the root and base of words to see where even other words can figure from, right? Yeah. I do a lot of running, a lot of walking. I'm trying to get a lab together though. I started on it and then I just kind of gave up a little bit. It's 2020 year. It's just been, I've been watching the whole year for the most part. Been going through things. I've been sitting around watching for the most part. Didn't step on my business a lot. But it's like, what business could you step on if everything is discombobulated, right? I don't want to step on something for no reason. I wanted to wait for the right opportunity. And since the water broke, it's all the right time. Everything is all the right time now. And like I said, I just hit that 33 a couple of days ago. I know it's the right time for me. I was just waiting. I was waiting for this moment. I hit my 3rd year as a vegetarian. 3+ years now. That's pretty cool for me. Though I started studying the health of the body back in 2010, so it's a very late start for me. I should have been vegan, vegetarian, mineral consumer back, 10 years ago. Somebody calling me again. Hold on. Well, I'm gonna end this video, so peace, love, and abundance, y'all. I'm gonna come back with part 2, X-Men. Peace.